So it's been a while since I made a video. There hasn't really been any companies that I'm really interested in talking about that are going public. A lot of companies are choosing not to go public because we've seen the disaster that has happened in the last 2 years to all the IPOs. I mean, I think I don't have one of my IPOs is the only one that's going up in the last 2 years. I only got one out of like 20 that I bought this last couple years. So if you want to see what I bought, make sure you go down in the description and join my Patreon. But I got to put out something, guys, to keep you guys entertained. And today we're going to be talking about Nano Labs Ltd. Now, this is a Chinese chip maker, right? And they're thinking about going public sometime next week. We don't have a specific date yet. But before we begin, let's look at the stock market trending news for the week. All right, so this last week, Tesla delivered 254,000 electric vehicles in the second quarter of 2022. They actually reopened their Chinese factory, right? They had problems during COVID, but now they look like they are back to full capacity. Also, 68% of the CFOs expect a recession during the first half of 2023. Experts suggest diversifying your portfolio, including bonds and cash reserves. Now, what are you doing to make sure that you diversify and that you don't lose any money during this times of uncertainty? Let me know in the comments below. I personally do not own any bonds. I like to keep my cash reserves light. That was your stock market trending news for the week. All right, so let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about Nano Labs in these two segments I like to call About the Company and IPO Details. Nano Labs develops high-throughput computing chips, high-performance computing and storage solutions, smart network interface cards, vision computing chips, and distributed rendering. The company was founded in 2019. They have 122 employees. They're looking to raise $36.8 million during this IPO. Their share price is going to be anywhere from $9 to $11 per share. They are scheduled to IPO during the week of July 5th. And their ticker symbol is going to be NA. All right, so I'll leave this up for a second so you guys can take a screenshot. And that was your IPO details. Are you an IPO nerd? Join my Patreon for extra perks and shoutouts. Also, learn how to create and promote your own brand with my marketing masterclass available now. Link in the description. According to my man Donovan Jones over here, the company designs ASIC chips for a variety of uses, notably for its in-house crypto mining machines and for the metaverse optimized applications. NA is seeking U.S. public market investment in what is highly volatile business, guys. So something to keep in mind real quick I wanted to point out. Let's look at the company by the numbers and look at the F1 to make sure that the numbers make sense before we decide to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on what the F1 looks like. All right, so the market cap right here is unknown. $142 million is their total assets. $146 million in total liabilities, so more liabilities than assets. $6.1 million in revenue. $27 million in net loss. That is not good, right? They were losing money last year. $36 million in cash and cash equivalents. I'm going to leave this up for a second so you guys can check it out. Also, the link to the F1 is going to be in the description. I do not like the numbers as I'm looking at them right now. Now, just to be fair, the numbers that you just saw came from the F1, and those numbers were taken at the end of 2021. The company is reporting, however, that at the end of April 2022, they recorded revenue of $27.5 million and received total repayments of $130 million for pre-sale products. So according to them, right, this year they are profitable, but they were not last year whenever they reported the F1. Okay, so just wanted to be fair and point that out. All right, so let's check out the company's website right here. I'll be real tiny over here, right up in your top corner right here. So I'll be with you all along. All right, so right here, when I go to the actual website, all I can see is they have the Cuckoo chip right here, right? It looks like that's their main seller. Now, they do have other products. When you click on it, they have the Cuckoo chip 1.0, the Cuckoo, am I saying that right? Cuckoo, whatever. Chip 2.0 and the Dartbird 1.0. Let's go back to homepage, scroll down, smart chip, high performance, high broadband, international advanced, cloud computing, IPO computing future, and they have the news and all that. If you want to learn a little bit more about the company, they do have an About Us, and they tell you that they are the leading fabless IC design company dedicated to the development of HTC, right? We talked about that. And HPCs, all right? In June of 2021, they established a wholly subsidiary in Singapore. Nano has currently 3 categories of products, including the HTC solutions, the HPC solutions, and the distributed computing and data storage solutions that we talked about earlier. It's a very, very bare company, very bare website. I noticed it's not very specific or very detailed website. So we had problems before with companies coming from China. I believe Didi was one of them that let us down. Also, the Chinese government controls most of the companies, whether the enterprises. So I understand they're going to come into the New York Stock Exchange, and they're going to have some depository shares offered to us. I think 7 million in total. But I'll be a little bit careful when investing in Chinese companies. There are some good ones out there like Alibaba and Tencent. But these new companies that are IPOing, I'm probably going to pass on them. Here's your S&P 500 weekly heat map. All right, guys, you can see right here that it was a rough week for tech, right? Microsoft down 3%, Apple down almost 2%, Google down 8%. Guys, this really hurts because I just added some Google to my portfolio, right? So this one really hurts. Moving down to financials, you have right there Visa down 3%, JP Morgan down 3%. It's just been a bloodbath this last week. Moving over to communications, I already talked about Google, right? Meta down, Amazon down 6%, guys. Tesla down 8%. There's blood in the streets, guys, but continue to invest every single week, a little by little, DCA, and that is the way to go. That was the S&P 500 weekly heat map. All right, so what do we have? We have a Chinese company with small employees. We're not sure of the market cap. And not only that, but they are in a very high volatile business, the crypto mining business. So I'm going to have to give this one a big thumbs down, guys. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not investing or financial advice. So make sure you do your own research. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, guys, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. But more important than that, make sure you take care of yourselves. And I'll see you soon.
I bring up the pain, Rick service the mind. I make the market rain like acid rain. An investing channel you ever know, ya. I think you'll go your house, your money, leave you broke, son.